even though you're 3 hours late because you went golfing.
Wait, am I late? I was allowed.
Hey, all, Coach here with Bogeyqueen1 Coach. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another podcast. We have an awesome guest in the house tonight. We have Bogeyqueen. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome. All right, we're gonna jump right into this, dive into the meat of it. How long have you been playing golf for?
2.5 years.
2.5 years, huh?
Yes, yeah.
You started about 6 months. Well, what January of 23?
Yeah, around there.
That's when I started. There you go. So, why golf?
You know what? Ever since I was in high school, I was like, why are people joining golf? It's so boring. But but then I met my partner, my boyfriend, and he loved golf, and I'm very, I wouldn't consider myself super athletic, but I really love sports and I love playing them.
Right.
And I was like, okay, I want to try too. So that first shot, first good shot got me hooked in, and by March we ended up buying myself a Mizuno set.
Nice.
Yep. Right. I wish I followed my friend's decision to join golf in high school. I think if I had done that, I feel like I'd be in a better spot.
Right. So you've been golfing for about 2 years now. Why social media? Why put your golf game out there for people to watch?
You know what? I feel like I don't know. It's just nice to see your form progress as years goes by or months go by, and and I think it's the one sport that I can actually do by myself and show people that I can actually do it.
Right.
That I can actually play without having to wait for somebody else, and just show people that I can actually hit the ball correctly.
Right. I think it's one of the very few sports you can do by yourself. Swimming, I get it. Swimming, all that stuff, I get.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now I'm thinking some more, but again, yeah, it's one of the very few that you can do by yourself. Huh.
Right. And I think also, like, how social media is like super high right now. Like, people are earning money, and I thought it was like, oh, it's like a cool, side job or something.
How's that working out for you?
Not good, because I haven't been posting consistently.
Right.
Yeah. Work's consuming all my time right now. So I'm a teacher. I'm a high school teacher. So
Wow.
yep, 8 a.m. Yeah.
I'm a high school football coach.
Oh, okay.
I know your pain.
Yep. Oh, yeah. 8 a.m. and then until 4 to 5 p.m. in the afternoon. So sometimes you can't even go golfing.
Right. So that's when you become the golf coach.
Yeah, I want, we don't have a golf team yet. So I'm hoping in the near future.
Mr. AD, I need to have a meeting with you.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be so much fun to see these. Yeah, I feel like it'd be so much fun to see these kids, because I teach at a low-income school, and I feel like they don't get exposed to these type of things. And I feel like if they get exposed, they have so much more opportunities.
Right. Now, have you always taught at a low-income school, or?
Yeah, I have. So my area is mostly low-income.
Yeah, when I first started teaching, I was a teacher at a charter school for a while. How long have you been teaching for?
It's actually my third year teaching.
Oh, third year.
Yeah, I'm still young.
Let's talk about golf, and since you being a teacher and wanting to get these young kids involved, especially at a lower income school like this, how do you feel like they'll receive it?
I think they'll be fine. They received it before, so I have another coworker. He's actually a PE teacher. I think he's introduced them to golf as well. For PE, which was interesting. I was like, how can you handle 50 kids with a wedge? And I've had my nephew actually break his nose because of a wedge, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. But I feel like they'll receive it well because I always talk to them. Oh, I'm gonna go golfing today. I'm gonna go golfing. They're like, you golf? And I'm like, yes. And I even show them videos of me golfing, and I think that's also social media right there. And I think it's nice for them to see like, oh, there's somebody in this from this area who's actually golfing and can golf. And I think I've influenced some of my students to go golfing.
That's what it's all about. Like, that's it right there. And when I've coached, like I said, I've coached all these years, and to watch a kid get it and go out and do it, like that's the reward.
Right.
That's the word. I don't know how. And when I was teaching and I was coaching, and you're explaining such a way, you can actually watch their face light up because they got it.
Oh yeah.
That's it. Like, that's the joy of teaching. It sucks. Y'all don't get paid enough. We know that, but and you get and kids are different these days.
Yeah.
They are hard, and especially at a lower income school, because I've coached at lower income schools, and I've coached at some really nice, the brand new high school. And usually the brand new high schools around the brand new subdivisions, which are that's what people are buying, and so those are the wealthier kids. And there is a difference. There is a difference, but to take the game of golf and try to make an impact, that's pretty awesome.
Right. Yeah. I agree. I think just being a teacher in itself is like so rewarding most of the time. There are times when it's just like, oh.
And there's times like when I said, I coach I teach a after school program for the football players that like a study hall. So I get that classroom time with them, and I get it, and I understand it. And some of them are little jerks, like but what's cool about that is every kid is different, and finding that one little thing that makes it work is cool. Like, you can't treat everybody equal because it just doesn't, because we're not equal. But just finding that one thing, like coaching a kid, you may have coached this kid a little bit different for him to get it. That's what I find fun in teaching and coaching.
Yeah, I think also when they start teaching others, that's when it's like, oh yes, take the weight off my shoulders.
Now let's talk about since you said you talked about social media and golf, and you go, hey, your students like you golf. Let's talk about girls golfing. And a minority golfing. What's that journey been like for you so far?
I feel like there is a little bit of girls golfing. At least like regular girls, not like professionals, of course. But recently, actually, I feel like there's been a boom in more girls golfing, especially with their partners. Every time I go by myself, I see like the couples going together. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Finally, more girls playing. And but there have been times, my boyfriend's actually started me off from the white tees, like and I've had people tell me, oh, why are you playing from there? And I'm like, oh, it's because I'm used to playing from here. And then because they tell me, but don't you want to go to the red more so you can score better? But I'm just like, but I like challenging myself, and I do have some that are surprised, and and I'm just like, yes, it's pretty cool.
What's your handicap right now?
I don't have a current handicap, but I have the Grint app, so that one kind of tells me like what my handicap could be. So right now it's looking at 12.
Wow.
12, yeah. I actually broke 90 like a few weeks ago. I was like, yes, finally.
That is, I'm a 15 handicap, and it's been rough. Now my lowest score has been a 77. I usually score I usually now I'm scoring between 80 and an 18 holes, 85 to 90 is where I'm shooting now. But it's been a journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So, do you think have you gotten treated differently because you're a female, or you think you've been treated the same, or
I think oh well, I mean, when I go to like, what is it? The PGA Golf Store, when I want to try like, drivers or woods, they give me like female oriented clubs.
Mhm.
When that's not what I play. Like I get disappointed because I want to try some new things. I'm like for example, like TSR. So I want to try the AI smoke, or even the GT sometimes. Like those big stores, they try to give me like something more female oriented. Like they give me a Big Bertha. I guess that's more like female oriented, or
Well, there's
beginner golf.
definitely female clubs out there for sure.
Yeah.
Um, but it really depends how obviously your swing speed and all that is really what dictates that. I know women that are really really good golfers that have female clubs or women's clubs, and I know really good golfers, female golfers that use men's clubs. It's just whatever fits their whatever.
Right.
So yeah. So you're a big driver person, huh? You like to...
I mean, I don't hit it that far, but I did get a new AI smoke, but I think it's the last year's model, and we decided to. I mean, I'm still a little bit slow, but I'm still getting there. But we tried to get a longer shaft now, so I can go further distance compared to my TSR, which was we cut it a little bit shorter, so it's easier for me to hit. But
Right. Have you hit that AI smoke yet, or?
yeah, I have actually. You know what? A few days ago, I hit it 250. It was like. I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's
I was like, one lucky shot.
when I about a year. Well, it was about a year ago. I started looking for a new driver because I had a Ping G425, and then I was demoing clubs for my channel, and I demoed an AI smoke, and I fell in love with that thing. And I went to Second Swing in Phoenix, or Scottsdale rather, and I could have swore that's the club I was going to walk out with. I told her, I said, I don't care, I'm not a brand specific guy or anything. Just give me the best club that's going to fit me to improve my game. And I would have bet $1,000 I was going to walk out with the AI smoke because I was hearing that thing, and then ended up walking out with a TaylorMade. So, so that's what that shows you what I know. But the TaylorMade and the QI smoke were very, very similar. I had a lower ball speed or lower spin rate, and I was hitting it about 15 yards longer with the TaylorMade, and that was about the only difference. So, but to me, the Callaway AI smoke just looks awesome.
Yeah, it does. It looks so pretty.
That
To
is
be
the
honest,
best looking driver on the market.
yeah, to be honest, I didn't even get to try it. We just bought it. It was a triple diamond because my boyfriend really knows my what is it, analytics. He knows my ball speed and everything like that, and he looks into all those things. And we didn't even get to try it, and he just told me, "Oh, we're gonna get this for you," and I'm like, "Why? We have to spend so much money again?" But then,
expensive.
yeah. But we bought it, and at first I was like, I hate this. Why'd you make me buy this? And then now, after a few practice, I've been actually hitting them consistent 200. So
there you
that's
go.
good, yeah.
Now, speaking of expensive, let's talk fashion and golf. Are you a big fashion person?
I'm trying. I've started trying.
You're trying. What are you trying?
I used to not really care about what I wore as long as I had like the pants and a polo shirt.
Right.
I tried wearing skirts, but I don't know. I just didn't seem like it. But I've tried buying new skirts now, so I did find really good ones. So when we're talking about fashion, we went to Carmel here in California, and we went to something called Athleta. I don't know if you've heard of that, but they have really nice skirts, sports skirts and stuff like that. And we bought some of those, so I might be showing it in a few videos coming up. So those were really nice. And I think my favorite golf brand is Kalia. I think that one.
Yeah. What part of California are you at, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm in around the Fresno area.
Also, you're way up north.
Yeah.
What's your most memorable golf story so far?
Oh man, put me in the spot. I think. Well, when we went to I think Half Moon Bay. Yeah, I don't know. You know what that is? That's close to San Jose. I think like an hour to San Jose.
Right.
And it was, I think, I don't know. I have a lot, but that one, it was really good. I even had like a few people stopping by to watch me play, and I ended up getting a par. I usually not get a lot of pars, but it was like a big golf course, like high end golf course, and it was like it's like $200 just to play.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and he's watching right now, but he what's it called? But usually I don't play really good, even though it's like new courses. But if I at that one point, it was such a beautiful view. You can see the ocean, you can see like this castle looking like hotel, and I ended up getting a par there. So that was pretty memorable. I still remember it.
There you go. What is your go-to drink on the course?
Oh,
you gotta watch. You got students. I first gotta ask. Do you have students watching?
no, I don't
Okay, so
think so.
your go-to drink on the course.
You know what? But I'm a good teacher. I don't I'm like one of the, what is it? What's it called? Unicorns. I don't drink while I'm playing.
Guess what? I guess I'll be unicorn as well now. I don't drink at all, so
Yeah. So I drink. You know what? My favorite though is Mountain Dew. It gives me energy.
Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Mine is a Gava, sugar-free Gava Monster. Yeah,
How's that work?
I gotta have that for sure. And I do have a bad habit when I golf. I do chew. I do the Zen. I'm like the douchebag of golfers. Like I swear, if you break it down, you have to have Zen. Every douchebag golfer, they'll have a thing of Zen. Or a monster drink coming in there. I'm wearing flip flops until I gotta put my golf shoes on. My shoes, my bat, my shoes, my belt, my hat all have to match. I gotta look on point. I am the epitome of the douchebag golfer, I guess, because Celsius and Zins is
Oh wow.
so. What is your go-to snack?
Go-to snack when I'm playing? We usually have big beef jerky.
That's number one. I'm gonna start going to all my podcasts. I'm gonna go back because I asked a lot of the same questions. Um, beef jerky has been the number one answer.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, it's been the number one answer, and I didn't think. I thought the glizzy. I thought the hot dog would have been the number one answer, but beef jerky's beating it out.
Yeah. It's not too greasy. It's just you need that little meat and protein just to like keep you going.
And the other thing that's fun surprising is I don't get like I'm a protein bar or a granola. That's all, like granola bar or a protein bar. That's all I. That's I try to eat as healthy as I can, but I don't hear a lot of protein bars. And I'm like, really? Like you think that'd be like the go-to, like one of the go-to things.
Yeah.
So any protein bar company that may be watching this, you need to hook a brother up. Oh, that's crazy. What is your dream foursome?
Say it again. Sorry.
Dream foursome.
Um, Of course, Nelly has to be one of them. To be honest, I don't watch a lot of. Well, I mean, I feel like the only ones I know is Lydia.
Doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be
okay.
pro golfers. Whoever you would like to golf with.
Okay. Well, of course, one is my boyfriend, and then because we were thinking about doing a four-man scramble one of these days, but one would be him. Another person would be to be honest, it would be cool to meet what's his name, Scotty Scheffler. I think that'd be amazing. And then of course Nelly. I love her swing. I always watch her swing just to like, kind of mimic or something.
She's a stud.
Yeah, I know. I was like 230 with your wood. I was like, if only I got to 200 today.
She's a stud. She's a stud. So Scotty, Nelly, and who else?
My boyfriend.
Okay. If you like Scotty, you really have to go to YouTube and watch Scotty and Grant Horvath's video.
Oh, I know. I've been wanting to see that one.
Really good.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's really good. Grant, it's an action. Grant asks a lot of hard questions, and about when he got arrested and that whole thing.
Well, he actually did.
Yeah, he actually did. But
okay, yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I haven't.
You gotta watch it. It was really good, and Grant hung with him for the most of the match. Like Grant's really good, but yeah, for my dream foursome, it's a little different because I'm a little goofball. But mine is it would be Bob from Bob Does Sports. He's just funny to me.
Oh.
And it would be Frankie Borelli from Foreplay, and Trent Ryan from Foreplay. Trent Ryan's awesome guy. His nickname's like he's the nicest YouTube golfer. Just the over the top nice guy. He's from Iowa. I'm from Iowa, and Frankie Borelli is such a hype man. Like he'll take a good shot and make you feel like it's the greatest shot on it. Now
I know why. Yeah, now I know why you want to choose. You know what? I forgot about because my boyfriend told me about taco golf. Have you heard of taco golf?
Yes.
And Sam Home. I feel like those two would be the other two I would choose because they're so funny.
There's a lot there's a couple that I would like to golf, but that are like golf content creators that I've met when I was up in Santa Clarita.
No.
Yeah, which is probably what, hour and a half, 2 hours south from you.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think it's farther than that. Yeah.
It might be further from. How far are you from LA?
3 to 4 hours.
Oh yeah, so it's like 3 hours from. Yeah. So you're way up there. So, but what is your golf goals, or do you set golf goals for the year?
This year I really want to join a tournament. That's like one of my goals. Since I've been more consistent than I've been the past 2 years, I think I would want to join a tournament or even a four-man scramble. And
do charity event. The charity scrambles are so much fun.
Really?
Yeah, because you're in a tournament. You're golfing for a prize, right? But it's a scramble, so not every shot counts on you.
Oh well, yeah.
Obviously, and you're raising money. Usually, you're raising money for a great cause or a great charity, and they're just a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun. So that's why I do a lot of charity tournaments. A lot of them. I've never golfed in like a competition, really, because I'm not good enough for one. But I do tons of charity.
You know what? It is harder for men to win in like tournaments because that's insane. Like minus 12, minus 10. I'm just like, you have to be like the best.
Not like a minus 32 or something. that last week's tournament. He was minus 32, and he had some holes to go still. And that's for 4 days. But yeah, it's insane. I'm not good enough to. We have a city golf tournament every year, like for a city championship. Same guys won it like 10 years in a row now, or some crazy thing like that. I'm nowhere near that dude's level, and so I don't even pay the money to play. What are your other goals?
Other goals with golf, break 80. I broke 90, so I'm hopeful.
The day I did it, I didn't realize I did it until they told me.
I feel like it's when you're not looking at the score, you're actually doing well. That's what I saw myself doing. I was like, I got 7 pars.
Right? That's really good because I think the most pars I've ever gotten in one round is 8. Oh. I think it was 8. I keep track of all my stats, so.
Yeah.
Everything. I keep track. I have 18 birdie, which is a golf bat. If you don't have it, you should get it. It'll help you with your handicap. It'll calculate your handicap and everything. Plus, it'll help you with your shots and everything if you really use it to the full potential. But I use it to keep my scores, keep track of some of my drives and stuff like that. And it's a really useful tool. Plus, it has a lot more courses on there than the Gin app does. Because the Gin app doesn't do par 3 courses. They don't, they do some, but not very many par 3 courses. And 18 birdie will give you a lot more. So I'm like a 14-6, I'm a 14-4 on 18 birdies, my handicap. I'm a 15-3 on Gin because I play, there's courses on there that the Gin have to play well at. So what is your dream course you've always wanted to play?
Dream course? There's one, I don't know if it's a dream, but there's one, I think it's in Norway, where you can play at midnight.
Because Norway doesn't Norway like it's like lighted 22 out of 24 hours or something like that.
Yeah, that's
time of the year.
I think it was Norway, but it's one of those upper country, where it's like daytime almost at midnight, and I feel like that's super cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. Or if you're done night, you guys have courses that are lighted over there?
That are what?
That have lights, stadium lighting?
Oh no! Oh wait, yeah, there's one, but it's a par 3 course.
Yeah, that's a lot. Have you ever done that yet?
No, but there's one in Turkey, isn't it? And there's one in Turkey where they play night golf.
Yeah, there's tons of them in like LA area. There's one in Phoenix.
I've not seen the LA one.
You go. I played at Grass Clipping, and that's where they have. Well, you don't watch a lot of YouTube golf, but they've had a lot of big tournaments there. Mm-hmm. And I played. It was actually a year ago. I played there at night. It's stadium lighting. So basically, the tee box is lit up, the green is lit up, and then the fairway's kind of lit up because of the lights. Kind of has that bleed effect, but it's crazy though because the tee box lit up and you see this light green, but it's kind of not super light in the fairway. It's a par 3 course.
Yes.
And you it says 130 yards, and you're like, that doesn't look 130 yards. It jacks your mind up because your depth perception is, at least mine is, totally terrible at night. And you have to, and then you're looking at and you're shooting like 130 yards, and you're like, that's not 130 yards. It doesn't look 130 yards. So you have to trust the number versus basically what your eye has.
Right. So. I feel like that's me too sometimes. Even in daytime, my depth perception is so bad. I feel like, I can make that with a 6 iron, but it's really like 200 yards. I was like, what? How does that work?
Being a football coach, everything in my eyes is 100 yards. But 200 yards I mean, 200 yards on a golf course ain't nothing. You're like, oh, that's. But but you stand on one end of
Yeah.
the small field and still, you're like, man, that's a long ways away.
Yeah.
Now double that on a golf course, and it doesn't look that far.
Right.
It's so weird
That is weird.
if you think about it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So what's your plans for the channel?
Well, I'm hoping this summer I get to post more. I got accepted to the TikTok affiliate, so I actually bought some golf gear so I can promote and hopefully make some side money and stuff like that. And I pretty much just grow and see my progression from the beginning to the end. So you could totally see like my progress from the beginning, and it's like, and it's so nice to to just take videos and have that accountability and commitment that to take videos of your work, of your game, and just keep posting it and hoping people can also enjoy it like how I do.
That's awesome. That's exactly how I started. I posted before because I used to drive race cars, but from my day one of my golfing journey, it's been documented.
Yeah.
It's looking back at my swing, from 2 years ago to now, and you're exactly right. Like, wow, it's totally changed.
Yeah.
And there's days like, man, it looks exactly the same. Like, what is going on?
Not even just look, but the feeling, and you're just like, what am I doing? This is not how I'm practicing.
That's crazy. Your favorite course you play at?
My favorite course I play at. There's a few. My home course is not really my favorite, but it's close by. But my favorite, even though it's close by, but actually no. My favorite is still Half Moon. I think it was really good. Half Moon Bay, it's expensive. It's the ocean course. Expensive, but you can see the ocean. It's such a pretty view. I would love to go play there again, but it's just so expensive. Right. But nearby would be, even though it's local and it's cheap, the fairways are really good. It's called Dinuba Ridge Creek Golf Course. I don't know if you're familiar with this area. It's an hour away from Fresno. Okay. Yeah, and it's a hard course, I think. It's very pristine, fairways, even though it's like local and not really heard of. Right. There's a lot of foreigners going there too, so right. It's really nice. Cool.
What advice would you give to a new female golfer?
I think my advice would be to I mean, a lot of female golfers do that now. Just keep being you. Don't worry about what what other people say about how women shouldn't be playing in certain areas. But I think they should just take their time and learn their swings, especially. Go what's it called? Go get lessons, I would say, because if you start off and just not fixing your swing right away, you're gonna end up like just keeping your old swing and not really improving. Right. And I think having lessons is really good. And the one thing I would say to myself was to listen to my boyfriend. As beginner golfers, we think we know what we're doing, and it's so hard to listen to other people.
Right.
To like other people tell you how your swing should be when you're already comfortable with swinging one way, but then they tell you how to do it, and you're like, no, I don't like this. It's bad, and then what's actually good for you.
Did you end up beating him, by the way?
I beat him in some holes. Right now he's at 75. His lowest is 75, so I'm getting there. I'm getting closer. But there's been times when I outdrove him, so I think I've beaten him.
Now, it only counts if it's like a bet on that hole. Mm. You say, okay, I'll bet you I beat you on this hole. If he's beat you on the scorecard, then he beat you.
Right.
So you gotta make bets. I mean, I make some good bets too. Like, hey, if I beat you in this hole, you're washing my car.
Like that's a great idea. He's watching right now, so
Yeah. But he has to think of some good ones too. Like, hey, you're gonna trim my toenails or
that,
something, something crazy like that.
that's a good. So so we're agreeing that it counts if there's a bet.
It's a bet. You have to bet. You have to set the bet before because I would say I beat you. That means I beat you all, or I had a lower score than you did after
Right.
8 holes. But if you sit there and say, "Hey, I bet you on this hole that I can beat you," then that's the bet, and you make it happen.
That's a great idea. I'm gonna start doing that.
Yeah.
Because
How
I know
competitive
there's times.
are you guys? Super competitive with each other?
Most of the time, yes. Yeah, super.
Is it? I'll tell you this. The young man that baptized me, well, he's not a young man anymore. He's married, 3 kids. But I golfed with his dad a lot, and we all go to the same church and everything. And anyways, um, his wife started golfing, and this is how competitive they are. They ride in separate carts.
Wow.
So when we golf, he rides with me, and then she rides with her father-in-law, and because I don't know if they're competitive, but he's a very, very good golfer, and she's learning. So he wants to help her out, but sometimes husbands don't say it the right way, it doesn't come across the right way when we're trying to help out. I think that's the case there. I would think. And since you mentioned that before earlier in the podcast, that if you would listen to him, so well, I think it's a wife thing, not a husband thing.
Yeah, you know what? I that's to the point where sometimes I'd cry because like I'm doing what he's telling me what to do, but I just can't do it. I just can't do it, and then things get off the wrong way in my head, and just like but he's actually not being bad at all. It's just me in my head getting in my head, and it's just like I don't want to listen. I want to do my own thing, and then and then I'll
It's
realize.
hard. It's hard for sure, man. That is, I get it. I get it. It's hard, man, and especially because golf is hard. It's the
Yeah,
hardest thing I've ever done. And again, I played football for many many years. Was decent at it. Played softball, baseball player. Uh, I've race cars, so I've always kind of been a pretty good athlete. I won't say I was a superstar athlete by any means, but golf is hard.
yeah. Oh yeah. I'm the type of person who learns things fast, and volleyball I was good at, or not super good, but I was decent, and then basketball too I was decent. Everything else, and then when I got to golf, it was like reality check. You're not that good.
it's um, it will humble you in ways that it just humbles you, and I know guys that have been stellar athletes come out and can't golf away. Um, but also the guys will come out, they're good athletes, come out and they pick it up, and you're like, I hate you. Like, I just get it. And I'm like, how? I've always been the guy that has to grind. I have to work twice as hard as anybody else to be as good as they are. It's just the way it's always been for me. Um, but it's also been a lot more rewarding for me as well,
Yeah.
because you have to put in that extra work just to be good as someone that's just naturally more talented
Yeah.
than you. Like with that dynamic with you guys out there, with golfing, going from the course to home, is it different? Is it a different dynamic when you say you were at home versus when you're at the golf course, or
Well, I mean, he's still my boyfriend, so we don't live with each
right?
other. Well, there's times we have fun a lot at the golf course, but he would get mad at me if I don't hit it well, or if because he knows my potential.
Right.
And if I'm not, if I'm not living up to it, of course he tells me, and I have to, you know, honor it. And no, it's been good recently because I've been consistent and I've been keeping up because every time we play with his friends, I would be keeping up with them, even at the same tee box. So it's like, oh, there's no problems at all. So before it was like it was really hard for me to keep up because I was still new. But otherwise, the dynamic has been pretty good because I've been really consistent and have improved a lot.
So when you go out to dinner afterwards, do you rub it in that say, remember that? Oh, I
Yes. Yes, I do. I always tell him, I outdrove him. I outdrove you in this one. He's like, no, you didn't. Of course, you gotta always rub in that win. Always rub in.
You gotta take the small victories.
Right? Yes, exactly.
And if you collect enough small victories, they turn into big victories. That's what we're doing. One last question: how was your golf game? For everybody that may not have known, this was scheduled at 5.
Yeah.
But somebody wanted to go golf, and I couldn't say no to that. Like, hey, she wants to go golf. Go golf because it is what it is. I get it. Because not saying that I've done that before, but I get it. So, how did you play well? How did you play today?
I wasn't keeping good scores, I guess, but I was hitting my drivers really consistent today, and again, consistent 200s, nothing shanked, so that's a big win right there. And I've been getting on the green after two or three in a par 5, and it's just my putting, man. It's the killer of this game. I just can't do it. It's the killer of my score right there.
So I'll tell you what, I'm not the best putter in the world, but I'm decent. I'm that guy that will pull out this magical putt out of nowhere. I can hit like a 50-footer out of nowhere, but I will miss a 2-footer.
Yeah,
it's all day long. It's weird like that, but
yeah.
Yeah. So I bought a putting mat. I went to, I don't know where I couldn't remember. I think I went to Walmart or something, bought a putting mat, and I put 100 putts every night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's commitment.
And I still suck. Thank you for coming on, even though you were 3 hours late because you went golfing.
Late? Am I late? I was allowed.
You were allowed 3 hours. It was a delay. No, it was awesome. It was awesome having you on there. Thank you. Keep doing what you're doing, and go after that high school golf team. Get after it. I think that's amazing. Anytime we can help our youth and getting into something like this is awesome, and especially the game of golf. It teaches you so many life lessons. It's incredible. So
yes, it does.
Right after that, go after that. I think that'd be awesome, man. But again, thank you again. And I'm gonna end it like this: you're not good enough to get mad. So until next time, y'all take care and God bless.